The next agenda is welcoming speech from the Head of English Language Education Department, STKIP PGRI Jombang. Please welcome Bapak Dr. Muhammad Fajar, MPD.
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Dr. Halimah. Ya, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And special for Mr. Yuta. How are you today?
Hi, Pak Fajar. So good to see you.
Yeah,
I'm so happy to see you. Thank you, thank you.
Yuta. Yeah, you keep still young, Mr. Yuta.
No, I get older, but I'm trying.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Yuta. Okay, especially for our head of PPLP PT PGRI Jombang, Haj Natwar, and our beloved Dean, Dr. Hajah Munawarah, and and she is the candidate of the professor. Yeah, sooner better. I mean, yeah, especially for Mrs. Hajah Munawarah. And Vice Dean 1, Dr. Hani, Vice Dean 2, Dr. Nurwani, and Vice Dean 3, Dr. Nani. Yeah. And special for our best speakers of this seminar. Okay, yeah. Next, I meet you again, Mr. Yuta, yeah, from American Trainer of Mangrove Edication. Yeah, give applause for Mr. Yuta. Okay, thank you.
Hi.
And Mrs. Rukminingsih, Doctor Candidate from English Language Education, STKIP PGRI Jombang. Yeah.
Thank you, Pak Fajar.
Okay, Bu Rukmini. Okay, first of all, let us thank to God Almighty who bestows us to convene here in STKIP PGRI Jombang. Yeah, I want to inform you that this webinar is organized by English Department of STKIP PGRI Jombang and Mangrove Education America, and of course fully supported by the leaders of STKIP PGRI Jombang. Okay, STKIP PGRI Jombang is very proud of being the host of this workshop on this webinar, Mr. Yuta. Mr. Yuta, thank you so much because you have chosen our campus to be one of the places for your webinar. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Yuta. Yeah. And please don't worry, Mr. Yuta, you will have a speaker here. He is very brilliant lecturer, great speaker, and the doctor candidate. He is Mrs. Rukminingsih. Yeah. She is behind me. Okay, I want to inform you again that this webinar is attended by more than 200 participants. They are from different places, domestic and overseas participants. So I want to inform you that the participant is not only from Indonesia, but also overseas, yeah, from Oman, from Pakistan, okay, yeah. And we have extended our greatest appreciation to all participants. Okay, yeah. I want to inform you that this webinar has main topic, as you have seen in our flyer. The topic is about virtual brain breaks in online learning. Yeah, I think that this topic is a hot topic. Yeah. Because it relates to the condition today in Indonesia and other countries all over the world that they are affected by the condition COVID-19. Yeah. So from this condition, English Language Education STKIP PGRI Jombang collaborated with the Mangrove Education America, represented by Mr. Yuta, to conduct a webinar. Yeah, to talk about virtual brain breaks. Yeah, okay. In this webinar, the speakers will explore how virtual brain breaks in online learning can be implemented in the English classroom. Okay, yeah. I will not talk more. Yeah, because Mrs. Rukmini is ready for presenting her presentations. Yeah, okay. And finally, in the name of the committee, we thank you for participating in this webinar And by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, I open this workshop on this webinar officially. Okay, have a nice and fruitful webinar. God bless you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for the speech, Bapak Fajar. And then the next agenda is the lecture we have been waiting for. We are fortunate to have two virtual brain break professional speakers today. It's my pleasure to introduce the speakers. The first speaker is Ibu Rukminingsih. She is a senior lecturer at the Department of English Language Education at STKIP PGRI Jombang. She is taking Doctor of Philosophy program in the field of English Language Education in Universitas Negeri Semarang. In a career spanning 15 years, she has worked as an EFL lecturer, researcher, and curriculum developer. She has published and presented her research papers on her interest topics, namely brain-based approach, neuroeducation, and English language teaching strategies with technology support in several international journals and conferences. She has presented her research finding dealing with brain-based approach and neuroeducation with technology support in University of Science Malaysia and EA4 conference in Tokyo, Japan. The second speaker is Bapak Yuta Otake, Master of Art in TESOL. He is an American trainer of Mangrove education. He has a lot of experiences in the field of trainers. There are so many experiences, I think. Allow me to read here. He is an American trainer of Mangrove education in 2021, and he is American Councils in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, July until August 2021. He also teacher trainer for public school teachers in Uzbekistan for an intensive teacher training program, and trainer or producer in Tokyo, July 2020 until July 2021. There are so many years, so
Yeah,
I could not
there's
read.
There's
There
so
are
many.
24,
I'm old.
yes.
Just forget it.
Oh,
I have taught in
mashallah.
many places.
Okay.
That's enough.
You are very experts here, Bapak Yuta. And allow me to read his education background. He studies in New York University, USA, in Master of Arts in TESOL, and he has graduated in May 2014. His Bachelor of Arts with honors in East Asian Studies in May 2007. And he has got award from Department of Teaching and Learning's Graduation Award for Excellence in Service. I don't know how to read it. Wesleyan, am I right, Bapak Yuta?
Yes, Wesleyan, correct. Thank you.
Okay, Wesleyan University, Middletown City, USA. Okay, now please go to the first speaker, Ibu Rukminingsih, MPD. The time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Karima. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, Yuta.
Hi. So
Yeah,
great to see you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, thanks for the first time. Let me thanks to Yuta Otake because he gives me opportunity to collaborate with him, who has a lot of experiences in trainings. Okay, and then here we will have two sessions. The first session that dealing with the theories and research phase, and you will be with me in the first session. But last time Yuta also want to join with me. Is it right, Yuta? When I have the slides?
Yes, correct.
Okay, I think that's great, yeah. Okay, and the second one, of course, you will be with Yuta. You will be trained by Yuta, dealing with implementation or action, how to implement online or virtual brain tricks in online learning. Okay, so let us enjoy our discussion right now. I will set first my slide. Okay, so let us discuss about this. This is the title is about virtual brain tricks to restore students' focus and foster optimal mood, tension, and memory. When we are talking about brain, of course, we will dealing with neuroeducation. Neuroeducation here consists of neuroscience, psychology, and also education. And then recently, there are some scholars conducting research dealing with neuroscience, especially for neuroeducation, because they consider that it is potential for the educators or teachers to learn about how the students' brain work in class. Okay, let us see here. Today we have a topic. There are 4 topics. The first topic is dealing with the do you need a brain break restore focus on your classroom? And the second, can brain break be done in virtual and offline class? As we know that right now, we have done fully online class because of the outbreak of pandemics. So I think that all of the teachers have big challenges to do it. And the third, what activities can be done by brain break? And the fourth, what research finding dealing with brain breaks say? Okay, let us see this picture. We understand what is the picture about. Oh, yes, this is, I want to discuss about this. So what happens in our brain when we are learning actually? Actually, our brain composed about 85 billion neurons. Neuron is a cell which acts as a messenger or sending information in the form of nerve impulses. It's like electrical signals to other neurons. This is illustrated in a figure 1. For example, when we are going to write, so some neurons in our brain send to move fingers message to other neurons, and this message then go through the nerves like cables all the way to our fingers. So our nerves give direction. This is the pictures of how nerves connection between neurons. The electrical signals this is like electrical, right? That are communicated from one neuron to another, direct you to do everything that you want. So if I want to write something, I want to text something, to text someone. So here that our brain gives direction to the nerves, and directly our body, our part of body also do what the brain says. This is each neuron can be connected with up to 10,000 other neurons, leading to large number of connections between your brain, which looks like a very dense spider web. It's like the examples in this figure 2. Okay, next we go to the brain structure and functions. We have 3 kinds. The main brain structure, here there are brainstem, limbic system, and cerebral cortex. Okay, and the brainstem, this is the foundations of learning. Why? Because all of the informations which come to us will go to our brainstem and then give response. So when we are learning in terrifying, in tiring, in a bad mood, in a negative emotion or positive emotion, it's dealing with in brainstem. And then brainstem go to the limbic system. In the limbic system here, this is dealing with our emotion. It can be positive emotion or negative emotion. If we can manage our classes to be positive atmosphere, positive emotions, of course, it's good one to lead to the cerebral cortex. In cerebral cortex, it is the top of the structure of the brain here in the cerebral cortex. It is dealing with our connective sides. So if the positive, it means that we go to the cerebral cortex with a long-term memory. So here, but how about if in the negative mood, negative emotion, so we just stay only the limbic system. They can go to cerebral cortex, but just stay for a few minutes, a few days. Only only short-term memory. For example, like this, I had an experience when senior high school. I had a mathematics teacher. She is beautiful, but she is very strict. She is very strict to the class. Yeah. So when she came to the class, because I used to sit in front of the classes, in the class, so I was very afraid. I worried very much. When my teacher came to the class, I just hear the sounds of her shoes. It made me stomatic. And you know what happened? Yes, I just understand when she said on that time, but I forget anything. I forget this is only short-term memory. But do you know what my long-term memory stay about my mathematics teacher? Just like a peripheral learning. Do you know peripheral learning that we only focus something unimportant. So until right now, I still remember with her, not for the materials, because I'm afraid, because this is a negative emotion. So I just remember until now the form of her eyebrow, and then still remember about the voice of her shoes, just that. But the materials at all, I do not remember. This is the example why we need to pay attention about student emotional brain. Okay, and then next. That's why the student need brain bricks. We are talking about brain bricks only improve focus during instruction, but they increase student retention of the material. When student working memory start to get overloaded, the part of the brain shuts down and will not allow a person to take in any more information. That it is happened in me when I was in high school, as I talked to you. This is when a student in overwhelmed with new material, their brain will literally stop learning. By giving students, they are able to take the new information that is stored in their short-term working memory and transfer it to the long-term memory part of the brain. If our students have positive emotion, and they can make connection and memories that will help them retrieve this information later. Furthermore, students of our levels of stress are reduced because they don't feel so overwhelmed. So this is why we need brain breaks. But actually, what are brain breaks? Brain breaks are planned learning activities that mobilize different networks of the brain. This shift allows the regions that blocked by stress or high intensity work to revitalize. Brain breaks by switching activity to different brain networks, as I explained last time about the nerves. It's like electrical signals, allow the resting pathways to restore their calm focus and foster optimal mood, attention, and memory. They are related to each other. If they have positive mood, they have positive emotion, it will like electrical signals, it will create strong attention, and also they will have a long-term memory. Here that we are going to discuss student focus, mood, attention, and memory. And this is a reason. So, emotion can have an effect on your memory. People who are in a positive mood are more likely to remember information presented to them. However, people who are in negative mood, like sad, angry, afraid, nervous, etc., is less likely to remember the information that is presented to them. This is based on some scholars. Now, do you need a brain break to store focus in your classroom? The basic purpose of brain break is to get students refocused and ready to move on to the next learning activity. Brain breaks mobilize different networks of the brain. They allow the student to use different parts of the brain which help to store focus and increase their attention and also their memories. When they have a good attention, of course, they will have a good memory. From the short-term memory, go to the long-term memory. Can brain break be done in virtual and offline class? Yes, of course, yeah. Because right now, we are learning in a virtual learning because of the pick up of COVID-19 pandemic. So we want to teach the students in fully online. But right now, maybe some schools have blended learning, right? So we can use both offline and virtual. So how about if we are in virtual? Do we need implement brain break? Yes. The answer is yes. You know that when in virtual, we also feel stress. Yes. For example, that the students should sit down and then in front of their laptops, and they also worry sometimes because of their Wi-Fi is not good or etc. Yeah, so it will make them stress. So we as teachers or educators, we should know what happened with our students. Sometimes they just feel sleepy, right? Yes, but when the teacher explain, or maybe when the other students present, yeah, or the other students will just hear and sleep, for example, like this. So we have to know. Oh yes, they have to need some brain pick. We must give them energizing brain pick. Okay, this is types of brain picks. Yuta, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I will explain first, and then you can come to my slides, right?
Yes.
I will. Do you need I stop my share screen or whatever?
Yeah, after you explain these, I'll share my screen.
Okay, so I will stop my screen after I explain this, yeah, and then you can have with your screen. Okay, there are types of brain pics. There are three types of brain pics here. Physical brain pics. Yes, include physical and sometimes vigorous movement activity. This activity may include yoga, running in place, dancing, and other water tasks. Of course, in online, we should choose the suitable one, yeah. And then second is breathing brain fix. This exercise includes deep breathing and visualization. Breathing activities may include gentle stretching, rolling the neck, or raising the arms above the head, or taking all the hands when standing. And the third is mental brain fix. This brain fix involves a big from a task requiring a lot of concentration, hard tasks, yeah. And switching gears to low concentration types of tasks, such as playing a game, answering the trivia questions, and also telling jokes. Okay, so right now, Yuta will give the examples of each of the types of brain fix. I will stop the screen, and then please, Yuta, you prepare for yourself.
Okay. Good evening from New York City. Good morning in Jombang.
Yes.
First, I want to say thank you, everyone, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, STKIP Jombang. Thank you to the committee for preparing. And of course, thank you, Ibu Rukminingsih. I always remembered we were talking about this together, yeah, because you have all the research and I can do the practical activities. So we're a super team. I'm so happy to be here with you, even though it's online. And I hope soon I can visit in person. All right. So once again, everyone, thank you for coming. Good evening, good morning. So in your current research, you were talking about, I took one quote that I really liked, which is, I'm going to put it in the chat. People who are in a positive mood are more likely to remember information. It's a very complex but also simple philosophy, right? The happier your students are, the more they will learn. Yeah. So what I'd like to do right now is do a practical, I'd like to keep everything practical, and I want to teach you some brain breaks that I use all the time. So these are activities that I really use in my classroom every day. The first one is called laughter yoga. Okay, this one is called laughter yoga. For this activity, everyone, I need you to turn on your video because part of this activity is seeing each other laugh, and positive energy is contagious, yeah? It spreads from face to face. So everyone, keep your videos on. Okay, but unfortunately in the classroom, everyone can laugh out loud, but here we have to keep our mics muted because we are unfortunately online. Okay, let me check. I see all of your faces. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let me explain laughter yoga. My students love this. I use this all the time. So sometimes your students are feeling tired or they feel cranky, right? As teachers, you always have these days where my students are just really cranky and moody. So I use something called laughter yoga. Okay, we're gonna do this together. So everyone, this is a laughing exercise. So first, I want you to kind of warm up your face. All right, everyone, warm up your face. Okay, don't be shy. We're gonna do this together. Step one, this is called silent laughter. Silent laughter, okay? No, we cannot hear any of you, but the step is very simple. You're going to lean your head back and just laugh silently, all right? We're gonna do that together. Hold on, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen so I can make sure you're all doing it. I'm watching you. So, you know, this is the thing that I really want to emphasize is with your students, you kind of have to force them to be happy. It's almost like at the beginning, I don't give them a choice. It's like, I don't care if you're not happy, laugh. Yeah. So everyone, we're gonna laugh together. This is laughter yoga part 1, silent laughter. So what do? Everyone just lean back. No one is looking at your face, so don't be shy, right? That's the point. No one can see you. I trust everyone's leaning back, and then just silently think about your favorite comedy or think about your favorite funny moment. Okay. All right, everyone, come back. All right, I cannot hear you. I was not looking, but I'm hoping that you are all laughing. All right, now let's go to the key to silent yoga is you're building it slowly. So what happens is if you tell your students suddenly, like everyone, laugh loudly, they feel really malu, they feel shy. So you I build it slowly. So step 1, silent laugh. Step 2 is called the laughter, okay? So everyone, copy me. So you have to close your mouth, nod your head, and you're gonna go. Okay, all right. Yes, I know you're shy, but I see some of you. I unfortunately can't hear you, yeah? But I want you to imagine like it's a little bit different when we're online, but imagine when I do this in my classroom and we can hear the students laughing. It's very contagious. It's kind of like it's like the flu. Like happiness can spread from person to person. Okay, so that's the laughter. Okay, now we're going to number 3, the rhythmic laughter. So we're building slowly, right? First one was silent. The second one was the third one. This is going to be our loud one, okay? So it goes like this. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. So you see that rhythm? Okay, ready? We're gonna practice together and we're just gonna do it together. I cannot hear you, but it goes like this, ready? Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. All right. And to imagine, okay, I want you to imagine the classroom. So everyone, it's going to be very, very noisy, but for 5 seconds or 10 seconds, everyone, turn on your mic. Just for 5 seconds, turn on your mic, everyone. Turn on your mic. It's going to be noisy.
Unmute.
Okay, turn on your mic, and I want to hear you laugh. Ready? Let's do it together.
Ready.
Ready, go. Okay. All right. Please go back to mute your mic. Yeah. So you see, what I really want to emphasize is as teachers, when we do these brain breaks, like if you're going to do a brain break, you have to really commit to it emotionally, right? You cannot just tell your students, oh, let's take a 2-minute break. Everyone be happy. Happiness is not so simple. We have to lead them to be happy, right? All right. Okay, now we're going to go through a second genre, which is everyone. Sorry, make sure to mute your mics. Mute your mic. Okay, now we're going to go from laughing. So one thing is when the students get like a little bit too excited, and especially if you teach elementary, when the students get really like when they're laughing, they become a little bit out of control. So I have to bring them up and then bring them back. So now what we're going to do is everyone, I hope you're feeling happy. Yeah, you're feeling positive. Okay, keep that energy, keep that positive energy, but while staying happy, while smiling, we're going to just quietly relax. So don't be anxious, okay? Just relax, lean back, find a comfortable position. Okay, and in a few seconds, I will tell everyone to close your eyes, and I just want you to think about a happy memory, okay? So everyone, please close your eyes, relax. Good job, everyone. You look very relaxed. I like it, okay? Lean back, okay? And please think about, it has been a very stressful 2 years, right? Let's be honest. So let's think about before that. What were the happiest moments we had when we could all go to school and meet our friends? So everyone, go to a happy place, but don't go to sleep. Think about a happy memory. It could be something delicious. It could be your friends, your family, a place. Okay. Please don't sleep. Yeah, don't sleep. This is a brain break. This is not a nap. All right. So I usually end this cycle so you can see it's kind of a full cycle. We start with the silent laughter. We're slowly building up. Laughter, rhythmic laughter. This is the top of the mountain. Then we're going back down. Staying happy, but meditation. Last thing, reflection. So let's use the chat to be reflective. Everyone in the chat, can some of you share, when I asked you to think of a happy memory, what were you thinking about? Please share your happy memories through the chat. Or just type your happy memories in the chat. What were you thinking about when you closed your eyes? What were you thinking about? Hamza, holiday with my friends. Very relaxing, I like that. Let's get some more. Pretty loud. Romawati was thinking about spicy food, like sambal maybe. Wow, Anna was thinking about money. City, going to the beach. Yeah, you see, these are happy thoughts. Hey! Singing in the rain. Oh, high school memories, watching my favorite anime. Wow, this is very relaxing. Talking with my dad. Okay, so of course, these are all great, but we have so many people, so we cannot share them all. But thank you everyone for sharing. As you can see, laughter, happiness, relaxation, these are all contagious. So just remember that when you're a teacher, it always starts with one, and it starts with you, and you have to spread that happiness through your brain break. So let me share, before I go back to Ibu Rukminingsih to finish her presentation, let me share my happy thought when I was closing my eyes. I was thinking about the last time I went to STKIP Jombang. So this was with, I don't know what year it was, to be honest, but I have actually been to STKIP Jombang 2 times already. So this was the first time we did a song called One Call Away in the presentation. That's also a brain break, yeah? Music. This was the last time I went to STKIP Jombang. Yeah, so during my silent...
Mr. Yuta,
Yes.
Yes, my photo.
That's right. That's you. Correct. That's right. This is the last time I was in STKIP Jombang. So during my silent meditation, I was thinking about this memory. Good. All right. Thank you, everyone, for a small exercise and brain breaks. Let's pass it back to our presenter.
Okay, thank you, Yuta. It's very glad to follow your instruction for brain breaks. Yeah. Sometimes when I follow your instruction, I cannot stop laughing. Okay. Okay, dear participants, here that after having explanation, having practical with Yuta, so right now let us make it brain break. Okay, wait. Okay, let us see first. Yeah, let us see first the movement. You know that I take the example of a robotic dancing. Why I take robotic dancing? Because I cannot dance very well. So when I learn, I learn dance like a robot. So I prefer to give the example of robotic dance. So for the first play, we just see the movement of the robotic dance, and the second play, let us be dance together. We don't need to stand up, yeah. We just sitting on your seat, yeah. Okay, Yuta. Yes, nanti next time Yuta, you also follow the movement of the robotic dance. For the first, let us see first, okay? Please see the movement. Cannot be seen.
I don't see it, but I like the music.
Yes. Yeah. Wait, still on progress. Repeat once again, lagi, Pak. Okay, wait. While waiting for the video, yes. Maybe is there any questions from the participants? Okay, as I agree with you.
Recording in progress.
Like this, yeah? Okay. Because the yeah. Okay, so right now we start. Right now we start again, Pak Aa. Can you? Okay, I do hope that it can run well, yeah. Okay, for participants all, you can move your body for having a second brain break. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Cannot see.
Fajar!
Okay, thank you. It's very hot, yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. So right now I will share screen. We will focus. Next slide. Can you see the slideshow? Can you see participant without slideshow? Yes, okay. Okay, so how do you go smooth and brain fix? Yeah. First, to restore the emotional state needed to bring the limbic system, as I said before, to have students build habits of emotional self-awareness and mindfulness, and to prepare students for successful self-calming brain breaks by demonstrating and providing practices they build experience using mindful breathing or visualization. And you might decide to use the time to go smooth or motivation as well as restore the brain's peak performance. So it means that as a teachers or educators, we know we have to know when we should give a break, brain break to our students. When we know that our students lack sleepy, and then we know that the material is complex, so we need to give their brain break. Okay, how do you pause memory with brain tricks? To pause memory, it must pass through an emotional filter called the amygdala and then search for prefrontal cortex. When student brains become anxious, highly confused, and overwhelmed, the activation of the amygdala search until this filter becomes stop sign. So the connections between the nerves will stop. So brain tricks can be planned. They restore the emotional state needed to return the amygdala from overdrive into optimal state for successful. So when we know that they are having confused and then also have a overburden, the activation of amygdala will stop. This is the parts of the brain involve our memory. Yeah, I have explained last time. And then next, how do you focus attention and maintenance of a new memory with the brain tricks? We are dealing with the neuroscience, of course. Neurotransmitters are brain chemicals that carry message from one nerve cell to next the next cell across gap between the cell called synapses. Synapses is the function is to relate between cells, and the message carries are necessary to keep one's calm, focused attention, maintenance of new memory. By giving student break, they are able to take the new information that is stored in their short-term memory and transfer it to the long-term memory part of the brain. They can make connection again after stop because of overwhelmed of the tasks or the complex of the tasks. So we need stop. Some people, especially for men, usually when they are tired or need concentrate again. So sometimes some people smoke cigarette, for example, like this. Yeah. Okay, and they can make connection and memories that will help them retrieve the information later. Furthermore, student overall level of stress are reduced because they don't feel so overwhelmed. They don't feel stress. So it means that we need to learn about it. Yeah. Okay, next. What are brain tricks actually in the classroom? In the classroom, brain tricks are quick structured tricks using physical movement, mindfulness exercise, as Yuta give an example last time, and sensory activities also. Brain tricks can be done individually, like deep breathing as a whole class. Okay. And then next, why should teacher use brain tricks? Complex research report. Okay, I will slide there. There is a in the classroom, brain tricks are quick structural tricks using physical movement. Tadi sudah ya. Okay, next. Countless research supports incorporating brain tricks into teaching. The benefits include better behavior, increased productivity, enhanced comprehension, creative thinking, and increased time on task. They help students pay attention are as important as the skill being taught. For example, when it brain trick, for example, this is my experience when I have to complete or finish my task, write something, and then suddenly my brain is like full, yeah, full thinking about it. So I cannot continue my work. So I have to first maybe make a coffee, or maybe I sleep, or maybe I take shower. Yeah. So this is make my brain refresh. So if I continue, I felt that it's very tired and I cannot understand what I read, and then I continue. I think it is useless. It's happened in my students also. I think they have student so by brain break, so they have student pay attention as important as the skill being taught. Right now, timing. Then it should take place before boredom, before they're tired, before they feel distraction and inattention set. So we have to know when the students give symptoms, yeah, give symptoms boredom, give symptoms tired, and then distraction and inattention. Depending on student ages and focus development, the frequency will vary. As general rule, concentrated depends on the attention spans. So everyone has attention spans, different attention spans. But the theory says there is a standard of attention spans based on their age. Based on their brain balance, the length of attention spans depends on the age. The age is multiplied by 2 until 3 times. For example, when we are teaching the students in 5 years old, the attention span is about 10 until 15 minutes. They can have good attention. After this, they will feel bored, they will feel tired, etc. And for 15 years old, how about if you have a student at 15 years old? So you can see that the attention span is 30 under 45 minutes. How do we know? Yes, please you multiply 2 under 3 times from their age. And 20 years old, the attention span is 40 until 60 minutes. So we can take conclusion the lifespan of attention based on the age that children is shorter than the adult. Okay, and how do you incorporate brain breaks in the classroom? Some of the activities such as laughing, as Yuta example, laughing, moving, listening to music, Sometimes we need to listen music, and then interacting with peers, make mood, posting, brain breaks. Introduce physical activity, like robotic dancing. Sometimes we just listen the music, we can move our body. Although the movement is right or wrong. It means that we are happy. We can feel our body relax. Although sometimes feel hot. Okay, but I think it's good one. Yes, this is some example. Basic strategies, it can be movement activities, websites, and then also you can use song and dance activities. Okay, this is some theories about brain breaks. So there are some scholars conducting the research dealing with the brain breaks, and the research shows that this is positive one when we give our student brain break regularly. We do not need a longer time, but we just have 2 minutes, 1 minute, until 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes is a long time. So this is my last slide. This is please inject some fun into your classroom. Don't make your student afraid in the class. So maybe this is a traditional one. When the teacher also always gives something sick or make the student afraid. This is the traditional one. For the new one, methods of teaching learning, I think they know what the student want. They know how the student brain works. They need happy. They need comfortable. They need enjoyable. So I think this is all about my slide. I give back to Dr. Halimah.
Thank you very much for the great presentation from Ibu Rukminingsih and Bapak Yuta Otake. I think I can put some important information here that students' emotional brain needs brain breaks, and emotions can also have an effect on your memory. So we as teachers must keep the students happy in our classroom, I think. Very nice or very useful information for teachers. And for the participants, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand or you can write down your questions in the chat box. Mbak Prila. Oh, Ibu Prila, ya Allah. Nice to see you, Ibu. Selamat pagi, Ibu Prila. How are you?
Still unmute, still mute maybe? I cannot hear the last voice.
Okay. Do you You hear my voice?
Yes, Ibu.
Okay. May I give questions?
Hello, Bu Prila. How are you?
Nice to see you all.
Yes, okay.
Okay, that's very insightful presentation, both Rukmini and Yuta. Yeah, thanks for. Actually, this is the new one from me for me, and okay. For the first time, I would like to share my opinion related to this topic. Yeah, you see that I'm teacher in higher education level. Yeah, sometimes due to the demand of curriculum, I have to finish my material on time, so I don't think about brain breaks. But actually, what Rukmini explains related to the theory that brain break is very important, since it can boost mood, so the students can concentrate more on the material. And my question is that it's still related to the slide that Rukmini given, that brain breaks, yeah, can improve students' creative thinking. So my question is, what kind of activity that are suitable for improving creative thinking, especially for higher education level related to brain break? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question, Ibu Prila Rahmawati. For the first speaker or the second speaker, Ibu Rukminingsih first or
Yeah.
Bapak Yuta Otake?
Bu Rukmini first, because it's
okay.
related to the theory, and then I will ask Yuta's opinions in related to brain breaks for creative thinking, for improving creative thinking.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Directly, Dr. Halima, or we
yes,
wait
Ibu.
for the other questions? I see there is raised hand.
I think you can answer directly.
Okay. Oh, good, Bu Prila. Very good questions. Yeah, very good questions. Okay, because in my slide there is creative thinking, right? So you wanted to trigger to ask question about creative thinking. Yeah. Okay. So first, you know that before I explain how brain break can boost creative thinking, so let us see first what creative thinking is. Yeah. So I think that creative thinking refers to using ability on soft skill to come up with new solution to problem. It means that creative thinking skill are technique used to look at something in different angles. For example, like this. For example, when we have a problem, we have a not family problem. I mean, yes. For example, when we have a problem in the task, for example, and then we should solve the problem. So it means that when the student give their opinion with different perspective, different angles, so it means that it can be, we can say, creative. So, and then the question is how to relate between brain breaks and to boost creative thinking. We know that by implementing the brain breaks, it means that the student can be fresh, right? Yes, can be fresh after full up of the burdening theory with a complex theory. So it seems make them tired to think. Yes, and then I give the example for me. Yes, when I have a full thinking about one topic, so I cannot continue. So I have to sleep for a while, sleep for about 5 minutes. And then after I get up, I will refresh and suddenly I can pick up my creative thinking. So brain break is the same one, I think, after they feel happy, for example, by having robotic dancing, or maybe having with a laughing like a Yuta, or maybe by telling something, etc. So it means that it can make our creativity come up. This one, I think this is based on the theory. Maybe Yuta, can you add my explanation for the implementation? Yuta, where are you?
Hi.
Yes, okay.
So I was just preparing. I was thinking about what your question. I think it's a great question. And sorry, can I share my screen?
Yes. Okay, I will stop my screen first.
So let me just. I was thinking. I actually did a brain break yesterday for my university class, and I just want to show you an example of how I use brain breaks all the time for creative like very mini creative brain breaks. So hold on. So I do this very often. I did this yesterday actually with my students. So this is even for university. They have a great time. So simple things like that. Just simple photo triggers. So for example, you can show them a picture. A picture can be used in so many ways. So I love picture brain breaks where you can just use them in different ways. So for example, here the question is, what is the chimpanzee thinking? So example, oh, I want to go home. Or the students can share their own ideas and there's no wrong answer, right? It's all about just be creative. Tell the students, be creative, be funny. Tell me what you think. Here's another example. So there's many question prompts you can use. Like in this one, students, what happens next? So my example is, oh, we'll have a dance competition. Or some students will say they will become best friends. Or, there's many creative things. Here's another example. What is a good title? If you're putting this painting in a museum, what would be a creative title for this photo? So these are just examples of some kind of a mini creative brain breaks that I use all the time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Bu Prila?
Okay, thank you for the example, especially for Yuta. Maybe for the next, would you like to share maybe some website or some idea for brain breaks idea? Yeah, maybe some the thing that we can select not only for me but for all the participants of this guest lecture. So we can directly go to the website and select based on our needs and our students' needs. Thank you, Yuta, and that's great explanation, Bu Rukmini.
Okay, most welcome,
Thank you.
Prila. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the question, Ibu Prila Rohmawati. And then the second question is from Eni Farida, Mbak Eni Farida. Are you there, Mbak Eni?
Yeah, thank you so much, Bu Halima. Is my voice clear?
Yes, very clear, Mbak Eni.
All right. First of all, I would like to apologize for not showing up on the screen. But second of all, I would like to say that it is wonderful presentation indeed, and I personally consider it as a new thing. Perhaps we may have implemented brain breaks, or maybe some for me myself. I don't know much about it conceptually, and today it got me skeptical. As it has been mentioned in advance, that brain breaks facilitate opportunities for students to breathe, relax, recharge, and refocus. Then I would like to address this question for both the speakers. What are actually the successful indicators to simply indicate the effectiveness of brain break itself, or is there a tool to measure Since we have variety of students types in the classroom, I assume that some may feel it as a joy and some may not, especially during the online teaching and learning practices. Some students may appear on the screen and some may not, yet listening, or some may not appear and listening and not listening at all. Then how do the speakers perceive of this issue? Thank you, Bu Halimah.
Thank you for the question, Mbak Eni Farida. To whom is the question for?
It addressed to the both of the speakers.
For both of the speakers, okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yuta, you want to first or am first?
Please, you can go first.
Okay. Okay. Eni Farida, thank you for your good questions. Yeah. We know as a teacher, we realize that teaching and learning in virtual learning is not easy. It's difficult, I think, because first we fought directly in a short time because of the outbreak of pandemic 19. So all of the teachers should prepare. Teacher also feel frustrated. The student also feel frustrated. So both of teacher and students feel frustrated actually. So they have to prepare, and also the challenging between the bad Wi-Fi, yeah, etc. And then of course, actually teachers know that not 100% students can follow effectively if we compare with the offline classroom, because in the offline classroom we can see directly, we can pay attention directly to all the students. But for the virtual, of course, it's difficult. Sometimes they on camera, and sometimes they just stop camera. So it is difficult for us to detect whether they are learning, they are paying attention, or they are just sleeping. Yeah. Okay. So that is why we need brain breaks in order to they do not feel boredom. They don't feel sleepy. So we need some brain breaks. But the question is how we assess that is, yeah, is it right? How we assess that the brain break can be effective for the students? How we assess? We can assess, I think that many ways. For example, we can see the student engagement in the class when after brain breaks. So we can give them, for example, how to make them engage to the class. Yeah, so we have to give some discussion for all the students. Although without camera, it's okay. It's like Mbak Eni Farida last time asking questions without camera, but I'm sure that Mbak Eni is listening us, so you understand what the material is. Yeah, so I think we can test them. We can give them some question. We can give opportunity for all the students in the class to ingest the materials. But of course, don't make our students be afraid. Yeah, by asking yes, you, and you, and you. No, yeah, maybe we can have many things that make our students engage, but without any feeling afraid. They feel comfort. We can appreciate them. If this is wrong or right, we appreciate it. If that we know that they are engaged, that they engage the class. Okay, I think this is my question. And also, yes, one more. And also, based on the research finding I read last morning, yeah, but this is done in 2000 before COVID. Yeah, they used to do it. And then the recent finding says that the students, after having grades, they have a good engagement. From the good engagement, they have a good productivity. They have good creativity. It means that they can be active again. Yes, I think this is my question. Maybe Yuta, please, you can add the question from Mbak Eni Farida.
Thank you, thank you. I think to keep it short, I think the first thing is just online classes are very difficult. So for me, the only thing I really try to emphasize is I'm very strict when it comes to the online classroom, much more than in the real classroom. So for me, like if you do not turn on your video, you cannot come. For me, it's that simple because I have to see your face. Like I cannot allow students to participate passively. So for me, I have a very clear rule. If you're not going to participate with a video, you're not coming. That's absent. You are considered absent. So to me, there's ways that you can really kind of force engagement because students have a responsibility. Participation means you participate as a person, right? It's not just to listen to your voice while they watch TV. That's participation. So I think as teachers, we have a right to enforce that. So that's how I typically make sure all of my students are on video. The other thing is I think like we always talk about research. Like to me, keeping students happy is part of our biggest responsibility because if students are not happy, it really doesn't matter short term what their academic growth is. Who cares what their short-term academic growth is if they're depressed? Like it doesn't matter, right? We have to compare which things matter the most. And so for me, I'm always trying to measure emotional health in my classroom because long-term, we have to think long-term emotional health is important. And just because we save 5 extra minutes for more test exam study, like it doesn't really help long term, you know? So that's my general, my always core beliefs when I teach.
Okay, Yuta, may I ask question to you? Just sharing, I think. Yes,
Sure.
I do agree that you have strict rule that the student should be on camera. Okay. I think that's a good one. But how about if your students say that there are some reasons, maybe the Wi-Fi is not good one. So what will you do? Because it happens, yes, it happens.
That happens, yeah. There's technological issues, but we have to kind of measure over a long period. So yes, like a few times it might happen, but if it's consistent, then I tell them you either have to fix it or you can't come. Usually when students are told that way, they usually fix it. You'd be surprised.
Okay, thank you. Dr. Halima?
Okay, Bu Rukmini. Thank you, Bapak Yuta Otake and Ibu Rukminingsih for the explanation. I think it is very clear. And I will go to the chat. Okay, there is a question from Bapak Saibani. In fact, online learning nowadays is very boring because the level of student participation is very low. My question to Prof. Rukmini and Mr. Yuta Otake, with lots of laughs, the essence of learning goals will decrease automatically. What do you think are the real steps to overcome it? Please,
Yuta,
Yuta.
Yes.
Okay, so I think, let me just show you a couple of the activities I was planning to do. So hold on. Hold on. So to answer that question, let me answer that question with activity. So hold on. Okay. So when I teach right? Everyone teaches different contexts, different levels, but let me just show you an activity I do with my junior high school students all the time. This is just to move and to pay attention to me for brain breaks. Because remember, brain breaks are really short, right? Super simple, super short. So everyone, this is how it works. And this is why my students always have to be on video, because I'm constantly trying to keep them moving, constantly trying to check if they're moving. Okay, so if you have video, please turn on your video for this activity, because I need to see you. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's great to see your face. All right. Now, this brain break activity is very simple. It's called do what I say, not what I do. So again, do what I say, not what I do. It's very simple. All right, everyone. But watch me carefully. So I'm going to tell you to touch a part of your body. Okay? Watch me carefully. But remember, don't copy me. Do what I say. Okay? Let's practice. Everyone, I want to see you. Be active. Please touch your hair. All right. Good, good. Everyone, please touch your ears. All right. Everyone, touch your shoulders. Okay. Everyone, touch your nose. All right. We're going to speed this up. Remember, watch me closely, but don't do what I do. Do what I say. All right. Everyone, please touch your cheeks. Please touch your chin. Please touch your nose. Please touch your forehead. Ah, good. Remember, forehead is right here. Okay, so you can see, this is it. For me, like let's say I teach elementary, if I feel like the students are getting sleepy, I just do, it takes me 45 seconds. That's it. This is all I need, right? It's something where they're moving, but also paying attention to me. So this is a good example of a brain break. And yes, it's not the same online. It's not the same, I know. And we all miss the physical classroom, but this is the world we live in. We have to adapt. So I still try to do the same things, just through camera. And yes, I know it's not the same, but I'm trying. So, same thing. I'm just going to show you another example. So this is how I keep my class active, even when it's online, right? So everyone knows the song. If you're happy and you know, na na na, you know that already, right? Okay. So before that, let's teach some new verbs. So I try to always teach my students new verbs so we can keep it changing. So everyone, you know scratch already, like from nyamuk, scratch. So everyone, show me, scratch your hand, show me. Don't be lazy, scratch your hand, show me. Yeah, tell your students, like, I need to see you, right? You have to force them. Don't let them be passive. All right, scratch your hand. Next verb, rub. How is rub different? Rub, right? Scratch, rub. Okay, everyone, rub your hands. Okay. Slap. Wow, what's that? Slap. Like if you see the nyamuk, yeah, you will slap and then scratch. All right. So these are our new verbs. Now, everyone knows this song already. If you're happy and you know, na na na. All right. So we're going to create a combo. Can someone, I see Fauzan. Can I unmute? Hello. Yes, Mr. Fauzan. Can you tell me one verb, scratch, rub, or slap? Can you choose one?
Rub.
Rub. Okay, so Fauzan chooses rub. And let's see, in the car, I think, Hera. Are you in a car? Yes. Hera, choose a body part. Can you choose somewhere on the body?
Rub.
Where?
Rub.
Wait, can you choose somewhere on the face? Give me somewhere on the face.
Sorry, you don't hear my voice.
Sorry, Hera, wait. I think we cannot really hear you, so I'm going to move to someone else. Let's go to Dewi. Can you choose one part of the face, like nose, ears? Hello, hello?
Yes.
Yeah, give me one part of the face, like nose, eyes, ears. Can you give me one? One word.
Nose.
Nose. There we go. Okay, we had some technological difficulty, but finally we're ready. So, Faozan chose rub. Hera chose nose. So, this is going to be our song for today. Is if you're happy and you know it, rub your nose. All right. So, everyone, let's be happy. Don't forget, life is good. Everyone smile. Smile, smile, smile. Show your beautiful teeth. All right. If I don't see your teeth, we're not starting. All right. Okay, ready? And let's sing this together. Remember, it's if you're happy and you know it, rub your nose. Okay, ready? Let's sing it together. If you're happy and you know it, rub your nose. If you're happy and you know it, rub your nose. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, rub your nose. Everyone? There we go. All right. So I know this is for kids and it's not for you. You can kind of start to imagine. You can kind of imagine how I use these brain breaks, right, in my classroom. All right. Back to these questions. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bapak Yuta Otake and Ibu Rukminingsih. Rub your nose. If you're happy, rub your nose. Okay. Now the question from Ibu Yunita Puspitasari.
Oke, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi, good to see you again.
Hi. He looks younger and younger. What is the recipe for that?
I'm getting older and older.
But not on cam. I would like to ask something more technical, but firstly, I would like to share the ideas that I do really agree that one of the engagement during our online learning is that the students have to and must turn their camera. That is, since there are some students of mine here joining your workshop today, joining your talk today. So I think I do agree with you, and I hope they can understand why I ask them why it is a need for them to put the camera on. So, and I did the same thing too. I never put off the camera in unless I have to do something that I cannot avoid. So I think I do agree with you. That's the highlighted of the engagement during our online learning. But I have a question for you. Maybe you can share what you have done recently in this pandemic outbreak, or you have some very interesting and nice learning models. Do you have some challenging moments, or maybe you face, what is your most challenging issues, and how you cope with that? Can you share that with us? Maybe I have the same things with you and I do not know how to overcome it. Could you please share that? Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Yunita. The question is for Bapak Otake, Bapak Yuta.
Yes, I think.
Oh, both. Okay.
So, thank you and great to see you. I think, to be honest, like the online challenges are the same for all of us. And so regarding that, we're all in the same boat. For me, I almost went through, this is a very honest confession. Like when the pandemic first started, I almost had like an identity crisis where I didn't know what to do with my life because my whole career has been building energy in a physical classroom. this has been, you have seen me before, yeah, in the class, in my workshops, like this has been my identity, to bring the energy, to meet people. So when the pandemic started, I felt like, oh my God, like, what will my life become? What do I do? And so I felt very stressed. But over time, what I've tried to do, like the way I comfort myself, and was like, I basically don't change. The only difference is it's through a screen. But the way I lesson plan, my expectations basically has not changed. And once I really started to build that confidence, like, oh, I'm still the same person, I can still have the same expectations, then I started to gain confidence. And I think like that confidence, like laughing yoga, it still transfers through the screen. Although it's never the same, yeah? It's never the same as a face-to-face.
Thank you very much for the sharing. I think those brain break activity needs to be kept to the student teacher, our students who gonna be a teacher, so they will have a very interesting and motivating atmosphere as you are, because you are motivated in a high confidence staring at, although I know that it's late over there and a little bit I know that.
Yeah, everyone, students, do you know this? In New York, it's midnight. It's midnight.
I know that. That's a very big effort you give us. Thank you very much, Yuta. Thank you. I would like to see you in person soon. Thank you. Bye. Good luck and best of luck for you.
Thank you so much.
Bu Rukmini, perhaps you can add
Yes, okay.
information.
Thank you, Bu Yunita. I think because we are in the same institution, so we have the same, almost the same problems. Yeah, we have also the same problems, and also we have the same challenging. Yeah, when we have to face the virtual learning, fully learning, yeah, because we have in the same institution. Of course, the characteristics of the students almost the same also. So print bricks, maybe we cannot do all of the time. Maybe if Yuta can do all the time when he is teaching, yeah, by Zooming or maybe by Google Meeting, yeah. But for me, I have an experience that print break. I have some various ways. For example, by giving them music, soft music, yeah, before that, and that, because I teach something complex, actually, that I don't want my students afraid with the materials. Yeah, I teach about research and also teach about critical reading. So I'm so sure that it will make them feel complex when they have to learn about it. But actually, yes, the big challenges is dealing with the Wi-Fi. They always say that, I'm so sorry, ma'am, my Wi-Fi is blah, blah, blah. I'm so sorry, ma'am, because we live in a remote places, etc., etc. So we cannot do anything. Yes, maybe in Utah is different place, yeah, different place. So you have to, yes. But I say that you have to, I cannot. So this is a benefit maybe when we use in a Zoom and a virtual and Zoom or in Google Meet. But I have another way. For example, we can learn by synchronous learning. I usually use various platforms. For example, Google Classroom before Spada, before Google Classroom, and also Telegram, and also yes, Zoom. So collaborate and in chatting, I can assume that the students feel more comfortable. Maybe they feel afraid when, yes, because this is the new one for them, especially in Indonesia. Yeah, Indonesia, and in a town, yeah. It's different maybe in America, yeah. They usually use technology fully, yeah. And then when I implement this, so they will feel free. Yes, they will feel free to say something, etc. And over there, we can say something that something relaxed. Maybe we can use brain break by writing, etc. So we come back again that we have many types of brain breaks. Yeah, it can be in writing, maybe it can be, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe someday a scholar will conduct the research about brain break, yes, in writing by using synchronous learning. Okay, that's all. Bu Yunita, where are you now, Bu Yunita?
Yes, I'm listening. Thank you for the sharing.
Okay.
I'm applying what you suggested. That I can turn off my camera. Thank you.
Thank you, Bu Yunita, for the question and also big appreciation for Bapak Yuta Otake. It is midnight there, but you are still here sharing your knowledge about brain bricks. Okay. Is there any question? Let me see. Oh, there's no question. So I think it's enough. So it's time to turn on your camera so that the committee can take your photos. Are you ready, Bapak?
Sorry, can I finish with one last brain break activity?
Oh, yes, sure.
Okay. So, sorry, everyone. I promise it's the last one. Yes. But really want to emphasize this one point that Ibu Rukminingsih had in her last slide, which is this quote, which is that rest is not idle time. So what does that mean? Brain breaks don't mean, oh, the students look tired, give them 5 minutes to rest. That's not a brain break. That's called giving students time to go use their phone and use TikTok. That's not helpful, right? That's not what we're talking about, right? So brain breaks are integrated into your lesson, and it's not like, students, you have 5 minutes free, go play on your phone. That's not a real brain break, right? So I want to emphasize that. And a really effective way to use brain breaks is in her presentation, she kept talking about this word, mindfulness. But what I like to do is to make the students mindful of what we're learning today. So it's still a break, but it's like, how do we emphasize what we're learning today? So I just want to do this one practice together. So first, everyone, it's been a long workshop. Thank you. So to relax, please follow my directions. Everyone, first, take a deep breath from your mouth. Exhale, which means breathe out. Let your body open up, right? Let your shoulders open. So watch my shoulders. It's not like, no, that's very anxious, right? So it's, follow me one more time. Ready? Let's breathe in together. Breathe in. Okay, now I want you to breathe in through your mouth and breathe out through your nose. Okay, so breathe out, breathe in through your mouth, breathe out through your nose. Ready? And only through your nose. Now reverse, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. Yes, I'm sorry. If you're wearing a mask, I know it's a little bit difficult. Right? I know that's difficult. Okay, now we feel a little bit relaxed. So let me show you how we're going to take one final brain break, but be mindful of what we learned. Okay, students have really short attention. So the moment they leave, they go on their phones. It's very easy to forget what we've learned. So very simple, everyone. I want to make sure all of you take away at least one new idea from today. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds in silence. So relax, everyone. Go back to your relaxing position. You can close your eyes, but don't sleep. All right. And everyone, just think about our last 2 hours together. You are all teachers or future teachers. And please think about one new idea or one activity that you can take to your own classroom. So think about it. Make sure you're taking away at least one thing. All right. Imagine using it in your classroom. Like, for example, if you're doing laughter yoga, imagine what the students will be like. Are they laughing? Are they not laughing? Okay. All right. Come back. Don't sleep. So again, this is also a brain break, right? This is a way to be mindful of what students are learning. How can they use it in the real world? This is how we're really taking our lesson and making it effective permanently. So with that, I am done. Hold on. Before I pass it to pictures, I just want to, if it's okay with everyone, just take 2 minutes to tell you a little bit about Mangrove. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we did that. Oops, sorry. Oh no. Hold on, sorry. Okay, so everyone, thank you again for coming. Thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate this opportunity. So I am part of an organization called Mangrove Education. And what we do is we do free teacher training. So the rule is it's always free and it's generally teacher training, which is perfect, which is why I love STKIP Jombang, because you're all future teachers, right? And I love teachers. So what we mainly do is every week we do teacher training workshops. I do like 3 or 4 per week. So they're happening all the time. We always announce them on our website or on the Facebook platform. So I'm going to put it in the chat. This is our Facebook page. The one thing I really wanted to promote or announce is, oops, sorry. Hold on. Why? All right, sorry everyone. Technological difficulties. Okay, sorry. Let me just share this again. Okay, the one thing, because you're all teachers, right? So the one thing I wanted to tell you all about is every week what we do is, why will this not load? Sorry, everyone, hold on. Why? Maybe I'll just share it through my screen. Okay, so I'm just gonna share my desktop instead. So everyone, it seems to freeze when I share the screen. But one thing I just wanted to share is the main thing we do is we do global teacher sharing. So this is something we do every week. And it's really fun because the teachers come from all around the world. So it's not just Indonesia. So we'll have teachers from Uzbekistan, we'll have teachers from Cambodia, teachers from America, Taiwan, Japan. So this is happening every week. This is for current teachers. But the one I really wanted to announce for STKIP Jombang is we're starting a new project called the Future Teacher Co-op. So this is for future teachers like you, for young future teachers. And these are weekly workshops to meet teachers from around the world. And we have weekly workshops with a different trainer. So I just wanted to promote this. It's free. We'll always announce it on our Facebook page. So please find us on Facebook and please apply. It's very competitive, but it's always best to apply, yeah? Because I love Indonesia and we have to have a strong future teacher Indonesian team. So that's everything from me. Sorry, it took some time. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Bapak Yuta, for the information about Mangrove education for the future teachers. I think most of the participants here are future teachers. So you can apply this Mangrove, what is it? Mangrove workshop.
Yep, Mangrove Education.
Okay.
All the applications are always posted on our Facebook. So
Yeah.
Indonesian, Jombang, Team Jombang, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay. Now please go to the photo session. Once again, thank you very much for the participants who are very active in this workshop, in this seminar, in the guest lecture. I'm sorry, in the guest lecture, and also thank you very much for Bapak Yuta Otake for your valuable time. You do not sleep because you want to share knowledge with us. And also thank you very much for Ibu Rukminingsih for the very good explanation about brain breaks, and also for the committee and for the chiefs of STKIP PGRI Jombang. Okay, now let's smile for the first slide. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay. Second slide. The second slide. Yeah, there are 7 slides here. Okay, the second slide, please. Smile. Okay. The third slide. Smile. Okay. The fourth. Smile. The fifth slide. Smile. The sixth slide. Smile. Okay, now the last slide. Smile. Okay. Thank you very much for your kind attention, for your active participation. See you again in the next guest lecture. I hope we can meet Bapak Yuta Otake again for the next guest lecture. Okay, goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you all participants.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jombang.
Thank you.
Forever.
Welcome to Jombang, Yuta.
I love Jombang.
Thank you, Mangrove Education.
Thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope to visit you all in person one day. I hope.
Thank you. Love you, Mister.